Well, Facebook just kicked this off. There you go. Just waiting for everyone to get back on. That was a bit strange. Yeah, Facebook just kicked us off. I don't know what happened then. The internet's all good, and we got kicked off. So let's keep the ball rolling. Just waiting for everyone to jump on. Maddie jumps on, and the whole Facebook live stream shuts down. That's all good. Just waiting for everyone to get back on. Boom. All right, let's keep rocking it out. So yeah, I don't know what happened then, guys. It just went bang and just completely dropped out. See, you're giving too much good information, and Big Brother's always watching us. Yeah. It's on and off now. We're all good. We're all ready to go back on. Good to have everyone on. So, what I was talking about, we gave an assumption of understanding of disrupting your pattern when you're feeling down or you're feeling these dark thoughts of suicide, of being able to be in control of what you're actually saying. But that's all well and good, yeah? But there are times when we get into a state where almost, I would say, out of control, yeah? So what happens is that when people are feeling a sort of circumstance, or when you're out of control, what I want to say to you is, you need to be in part of accountability. Yeah, you need to be in part of people that can look after you. You need to be able to, and a big thing that actually helped me was being in a team of people that were going through similar things, that we all could keep ourselves accountable. And it's not that we're doing the outside stuff, yeah? So going to the gym's fantastic. So what is that? It's a kind of mad thing on the side, all the best of your live show. Watch it later. Awesome stuff. So all this stuff that happens, yes, going to the gym, that's going to help you. Eating the right food, that's going to help you. Be able to get yourself out and disrupt the pattern, focus on what you want. But what the important thing is, people, is that you need to be able to be around the right person to shift your mind and detach yourself from the past pain or the anxiety in the future. Yeah? And that was a big thing, that being a part of learning neurolinguistics programming, pre-framing, visualizing and taking myself to where I needed to be, doing all that stuff was absolutely huge. So why I'm telling you this, being in accountability is focusing on where you need to go. Have an empowering routine of getting up in the morning, and not just getting up and being vulnerable to the day, because you'll get crushed. If you're dealing with heartache, if you're someone that can really go on a downward spiral, that if you're not going in programming your mind, by focusing, by seeing what you want, by believing it, having that consciousness, your day and your life will go crashing down. Because the key and the secret is, there are so many external probabilities, negative people that are in pain, the way the world's set up, there's all these challenges, there's the money, there's people leaving you, there's road rage. Everybody is in a lot of pain, and a lot of people are lost. And if you come into contact with that, that's going to add to your own stuff. That is going to start layering that own bullshit on you. But people, this is the key, and this is what has saved my life. And this, if you do it to your best ability, this is what's going to save your life. That you get up not looking at your phone, you get up not touching the computer or getting caught up in that, and you spend an hour each morning on yourself, programming your mind, getting yourself in a state, focusing in, bringing all those positive thoughts, which without you knowing now will start to tattoo into your brain. And then as time goes on, your life will start to open up. The light, all that darkness will start to go. You'll feel in control. You'll start to act the way that you deserve. People will be coming to you. You'll feel better about yourself. You'll be magnetized to the things for the positive aspect. Your consciousness, you'll start to love yourself more. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah? So this is the key, and it's not hard. We are very good at doing what we don't want, but then we want to do something different. Yeah? We keep talking, and this is everybody. We focus on and we talk about everything we don't want. That is putting us back in the hole. That is tattooing the negativity. That, if you talk about it on a scientific level, your neuro pathways, when you complain, when you talk about negativity, any good work that you've done, you outdo it or you undo it. So if you've been concentrating on a habit, if you've been focusing on wanting to get better or learning a new skill, when you focus on negativity, when you write negativity, when you bitch, when you complain, when you do all that, you're actually undoing all your good work of obtaining a habit or of obtaining being able to move forward or being a better person. So I'm going to say that again, and this is a fact. In your brain, in your, say, your downloads or your neuro system, your neuro pathways, if you write negativity, if you talk about negativity, if it's a negative energy, if you bitch, if you complain, if you curse, then all that good stuff that you've been doing, wanting to remind something, be a better person, getting up in the morning, feeling great about yourself, you will start to undo it. You will fill yourself up from the inside of negative energy, and that lets out cortisol. That's the stress hormone. Yeah, that's what causes cancer. And as they say, stress kills you. Okay, so that's why I say to you, put your suit of armor on every morning. So, and I'll be honest, some mornings I don't do it, and then if I do it a little bit later because my body's feeling a bit run down, I'll do this. So we call it success priming. I call it blessing yourself as well. That you want to focus in on the life that you want, not, oh, I've got so far to go. You want to role play. You want to be like a child again. You want to be excited. You want to be like, you know what? Life is so great. And you know why it's so great? Because we can change it at any moment. We might not see a change straight away, and that's when people stop. I want you to get this, write this down. We are conscious creators, so we want to see a massive bang. We want to see a massive change right away. And because we don't see it right away, this doesn't work, yeah? Or something else might have happened, or, you know, this is not right, or I'll stop it. And that's the difference between winners and losers. It is. Winners have consistency because it will take time for you to develop, for you to open up your eyes to be consciously aware of change. But the better you hold yourself, the more belief you have, the more of a positive energy, the better the state, you will start to see change a lot quicker, and you'll start to feel a lot better about yourself. So this is the thing that I want you to really understand as well, that I know life, you're going to say, Lee, but sometimes I'm not in the right state to do this, or I don't want to get up. That's when you have to force yourself to understand it's not success priming. It's not something that Lee's taught me. This is my fucking life. This is a chance for me to change my life one day at a time. Yeah, one step at a time. You can't change your life. Oh my God, I've got all this stuff going on. You need to be able to move this forward, and you need to take one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed by, oh my God, I've got so much to do, or, you know, or the older people out there, oh, my life's over. No, it isn't. You need to remember that you need to have a routine and focus on everything you want. Don't focus on what's in the past, because you can't change it. What's happened yesterday, what happened just that moment ago, I can't change that. Put all your time and energy to everything that you desire, yeah? And guess what? I know this. Your mind, the negative energy, I call it the devil, will want to shift you into the negative part, or focus on, oh, that person called me a bitch, or I've got no money, or someone at work. I want to ask you something. Is that thought pattern or the energy you're wasting, is that changing anything? Fucking no way. It isn't. So you need to say, no, I love myself enough. I'm not going to focus on that person, that work colleague, that partner, whatever it needs to be. What can I think about? What can I control? I can control how I feel right now. What has Michelle said? My mum's listening to this with me, and she likes, yes, so true. Oh, good. Great stuff. My mum's here as well. Mr. Adrian, hey bro, good to have you on. An old school, see, when I was that big meathead, he was a really good mate of mine, and he's an absolute champion. You had this mindset all those years ago, so you must be absolutely rocking it now. So that's the thing I really want you to understand, people, that when you are going down, and I was going to leave this towards the end, but I want to talk about it now. So when I didn't know this, when I would, I would want to block myself out, when I wanted to do things my own way, when I didn't listen to my beautiful parents, I would think of negative thought. I wasn't moving. I was laying there. I was eating shit food. I was watching mindless TV or mindless videos, and I just wanted it, and I just kept eating. Oh, Bruno, people go wanting it more and more. That brings the stress on. Exactly. When you force stuff, that's exactly right, Bruno. 100%. When you create resistance, you receive resistance. Perfect. And when I locked myself in my room, I wasn't moving. I was eating shit food. I was putting on weights. I'm looking at myself. Oh, I hate myself. I'm putting on food. Eating food that nutritionally, the energy in it, there's no energy. I wasn't moving. That was just making everything worse. There were times when I just started going down deeper and deeper. And that's when I said I had enough. And I remember the doctor gave me sleeping pills. I had pain tablets. I remember I threw them all in my mouth. And there you go. I just put them all in my mouth. I think there was about 30 pills. And lucky I was a healthy big guy. I can't remember. I think my mum found me, passed out. I was trying to, drag, my 110 kilo body into the shower. And I was completely out of it. And I remember I was a mess for a few days after that. There was another time, attempted to smash the car. And what I want to tell you, people, that's what me thinking about what I did and me taking advantage of my having my life. I feel that is such a fucking cop-out, because if I did do that now, would I be here saving the lives that I have, or talking to you all, and hopefully I'm adding some value in your lives? Hopefully there's something that sticks and it does save you from doing something bad or disrupts that pattern, because guess what? This stuff works, and it's only a recommendation that you can snap yourself out. Something as powerful as sitting there, going like this, and thinking about all this negativity, getting yourself out, going for a walk, putting music on, getting yourself, changing it. It's a simple thing, can save your life, and it can stop you from doing something silly, like it has with me. There's challenges that have been in my life since I've moved back to Melbourne, and have been the most painful I've experienced since I've been alive. But if I didn't have the tools that I'm teaching you, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I wouldn't be here. And what I teach you and what I want to say to you all, and obviously I'm giving you just a broad understanding, because what we teach and the mindset, it's articulate. Yes, the success priming and the rest of it. I'm not saying you have to be part of our team, but people that have come to the retreats or the workshops, you taste it, because you'll see me doing it, you'll feel me doing it, you'll hear me doing it. Yeah. So I can only give you a roundabout. I'm giving you a lot of baseline stuff, because all of you and everyone is experiencing life at a completely different opportunity and experience. So I'm throwing all these out there, because some might stick to some might not. So I'm giving you a really big roundabout of what everyone's experiencing right now. So I want you to remember this, that your life out here will keep getting worse if you do not do something about here. It doesn't matter. And where we go wrong, people, is when the pain maybe stops, because we might get a little bit of money, or we might lose a little bit of weight, or we're not arguing with the partner, or whatever it might be. That doesn't matter. What you have to stop thinking about, stop looking at the ground and start focusing on your big picture. Yeah? One thing that I would say to you, we can get caught up doing the mundane, one day, and we actually start to look at the floor. We start to look at our feet. When I look at my feet, can I see the magic? Can I see where I'm walking? I mean, I'm going to get hit by a bus all life, or I'm going to hit a brick wall. What is another big thing that's kept me mentally healthy, kept me away from anxiety, kept me away from depression, kept me away from suicide, is looking at the big picture. Knowing what I need to do every day to get from here to there, and each day is just a routine. I'm going to give you an example. Once I moved back to Melbourne from Bali, my life did a 360. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know where I was going to be, where I was going to live, who I was going to be with, if I'm going to be able to still do my business. And I woke up and I didn't sleep. I'd wake up with anxiety, and wherever I was, if I was at a hotel room or whatever, and it was an absolute mess. That didn't go away until I stopped looking at my feet. once I started focusing on the big picture, once I started focusing on, I have air in my lungs, I have blood pumping through my fucking veins, I'm in charge of my life and I'm going to create magic. And it took me a while to do that because my mind kept focusing on, the future. What am I going to do now? Depression in the past, yeah? And that's what normally happens. You think about the past, you think about all that so-called depression, you think about the future, and that's what happens when you go into the anxiety. And when I started just worrying about that, the past is finished, the future's yet to come. Be present now, Lee. What is your plan? Stop looking at your feet and start looking at the big picture, because that will start to pull your head from your ground and out of your ass and start looking. Because what happens as well, if we get in a daily routine that isn't serving us, that is going to keep you in a downward spiral. And before you know it, the mundane. I have to go to work. I'm going to force myself to go to the gym. I have to pick up the kids. I have to do this. I do that. And if that's not giving you fulfillment and satisfaction, and that is a big thing, I want you to write that down. If your daily activity and your daily routine or your daily, I call it like a dance, or your play, if it's not giving you fulfillment and satisfaction, you aren't moving forward. So if your activity becomes meaningless activity, then if that keeps accumulating, that will put you on a downward spiral as well. You need to make sure what you're doing and why you're doing it is moving forward. What did Michelle say? I'm still working on this and it's hard. If you say it's hard though loving my wins, getting better. Awesome. What I want to say with that, you want to be able to change. It's not hard, yeah? So remember what we're saying, let's get it. It's our language. We need to be mindful about our language, and we need to understand that where we're at now, wherever we're at, I don't want to even go there, but wherever you're at now, it can get better, yeah? You're not alone. We can get through this, as I wrote there. So I'm telling you, people, that I was unemployed. I left my job. I was suicidal. I was taking antidepressants. I was taking schizophrenic tablets, Cymbalta. I had the police come around to my place a number of times because I was, I wanted to hurt myself and others. And I basically lost my way on a number of occasions. So if I can do it, you all can fucking do it. And I've told you a lot of things. So what I want you to firstly say, when you are in the right environment, when you have accountability that you're reporting back to a coach, when you are listening to someone that's been there, not a therapist, but if you even have a friend that you can report to and you can do the same things to keep you accountable, that's a game changer. Yeah, my team will take a picture when they get up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. When they do their success priming, when they do the programming, they'll put it in the group. I feel like this, I feel like shit. Then we've got a thing of how you report your day, a daily debrief. Then what you do, we create, it's called a results creator from the day before. The results creator sets you up so you know what you're doing the next day, so you have something to look forward to. These are the accountabilities which is going to save your life and keep you in a safe place, and more importantly, keep you alive. Yeah? But what I'm going to say to you all as well, that it comes from a part of being a professional human. So that is getting up and programming and filling your mind with everything that you want. So what you need to understand is you start to fill your mind with everything that you want. And what I like to do, you can look at the wheel of life. I focus on my health, my wealth, my contribution, my legacy, my family, my relationship, my passion and enjoyment, my spiritual awakening, and my inner power. Yeah? And they're all my categories. And every day, and not just once, if I've got a bit of time, I will sit here, chuck my headphones on, and I will force the intent, and I will focus on all my goals, and I will make it come. And this is a thing. If you're doing it and it's work, you will never get it. If you're doing it and it's play and you're loving it and you're enjoying it and you're smiling, then my friends, you're on the right path. Because when you're like, fucking hell, do I have to get up to do my SP? Do I have to get up and do my journaling? And this is what I created, our Beast Bibles. Yeah? Beauties and the Beast for the retreats. We call it, these are our success Bibles that we write everything that we need for here. Yeah? So here I go, guys. You've got it. So where do I write it? You've got Beast Bibles. So when you're focusing on your mind, you can be even sitting on the toilet. Honestly, you could be sitting on the toilet and you could close your eyes and you start to feel good. You feel good about what you're thinking about. That knowing that you can change at any moment, knowing that you just get rid of it. If your mind's like a little child going, Daddy, can I have the lolly? Daddy, can I have the lolly? Don't push you're not going to push the kid away or ignore it, because the kid's going to go, can I? And what you do is you will start to just, okay, that's your mind is trying to shift you there. Acknowledge the thought and then say, it doesn't serve me, I remove you. I actually say that. This thought isn't serving me, I remove you. I want to focus my attention and my focus on to what serves me. And then your mind will want to drift off, or you'll think about bills, or you'll think about someone that's pissed you off. What I say to you then, stop and go, okay, I'm being selfish. This time, this hour is for my reprogramming. So start being able to move forward. Hey, no worries, Coco, you can watch the replay, you can rock it out. And then once you start focusing on what you need and where you're going, that's you start to put that intent out. But this is what I'll say to you. If you say, I can't visualize, you're in the work. But if you say it's play and I enjoy it, that's when you're in the magic. Yeah? So, and I'll say that again. You want to also have the consciousness, not forcing it, I want my life like this and it's going to be like that. I want this much money in my body and I want this person. And no. That is into the work. That is when you become robotic and you're breaking out of the universal consciousness, and you'll never get that. How you will manifest everything, you want to go in with a smile. You want to go in that, you know what, life is fucking great because I can have anything that I want. I might not have it now, but the more I can stay in that consistent choice and decision, because life is all about choices and decisions. Keep choosing. I'm loving life. Life is there for me. I will have everything that I want. I declare that I'm going to be the best person. I've got a smile on my face because the more I stay in this, I'm going to have everything that I want. And guess who acts like that? The super happy, the super healthy, the super rich, and the super successful. That's how they act. You need a sense of conviction. And I'll say this again. When you can't, it's hard, it feels not good. When you have to force yourself to get up, when you're, oh fuck, do I have to do it? Or guess what? Resistance creates resistance. You won't be in the magic, but when you know you can't wait to get up, because that's your life. Because guess what? What you're watching now is not your life. This is just a mirror image of what's going on in here. Where your happiness starts and ends is not out here. Is not what you're wearing, not what car you drive. Your happiness starts and ends in here. So I would stop the false reality, which is an illusion, which is out what you're seeing now. Stop that as many times as you can throughout the day. Close your eyes, sit in a chair, listen to your music, reprogram your mind, focus on what you want, smile, be in play. Understand that. And what I say, if I've got any negativity, if I've got a client that's been a fuckhead, if I've got someone else being, negativity, if there's bills, if there's something, what I do is I take the energy away from that, the negative energy. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't belong here. And you can even pretend you have these big visual scissors, yeah? So I can see the things that aren't serving me, and I've got these internal scissors and I'm cutting them. And what I do is all the negativity in my life, I make it small, tiny. Or if they're talking, they sound like Mickey Mouse. So they're very small. And what I do, I just push them away. And whatever I need to do, I do the situation, but I don't have any emotional connection with that. And then what I say to, if there's something that serves me, and then obviously that it's going to add to me, then that's fantastic. But anything that isn't serving me, it has no place in my energy field, okay? And this is something that's really, really powerful. Michelle goes, brother, your video always pops up at the right time. There you go. Perfect. So, hey, Carl, good to see you on, man. I haven't seen you from March. Good to have you on, brother. So that's a thing that's, you can say, oh, that's bullshit. But what I'm going to say to you people, whatever happens in here, that's the real world. And that's why, make believe or not, when you do that, and I'll tell you something, do you think that I feel better when I do that? Yes. Do you feel like that negative attention or that negative focus affects me when I do that? No, it doesn't. But the more I've got my eyes open, focusing on bullshit, focusing on people, focusing on the negative, I feel worse. What makes a difference is when I close my eyes, I press pause to the false world, I go in, I put the music on, it makes me feel good, I focus on what I want, I keep telling myself the right information, and as we call it, the triple S to success. The right strategy is the reprogramming, the positive thoughts. I'm changing myself. Because if you're sitting there like this, if you're sitting there like that, do you feel successful? No way. You know, you change. You want to have the energy. You either stand up, you got the music on, you stand in your warrior stance, or you sit up, you let the energy flow through you like, you know, when I say professional, you know, I don't really like that word, but you know what I mean, someone that gets it done. You let the energy flow through you, put the energy on, and stop. Because guess what? The more you press pause on the world that isn't serving you, the more you go in, the more you play, the more you program, the more you journal, the more you visually see what you want. Before you know it, people, this beautiful world opens up. You have everything placed in front of you. You won't want to kill yourself. You won't need antidepressants. Trust me, the anxiety goes because you're focusing on the big picture and it feels great. The rest of all that rubbish is not there. I know this because when I stop it, and I'm going to tell you a secret, when I stop it, it can even be a week. When I don't do all the stuff that I told you, I feel like I'm depressed. I feel like that I'm getting anxiety. But I know how to stop it straight away because guess what? If you do stop it, you will go back. Yeah? But the thing now with my tools is I have the awareness. So when something starts to go wrong, I know how to pull myself back up. I know how to be in the positive. There's sometimes people shit me and I'll sit there and say, man, oh, this fucking person and that. But now, boom, you know how to do it. And the more I program my mind to that doesn't serve me, you're wasting energy, Lee, you should know better. I go to do it. My mind says, and I'll stop and recorrect. Yeah? I haven't been in a suicide thought for, you know, I'll be honest with you, we've obviously there was a big breakup that I had in October. I'll even say there wasn't suicide there. There was a lot of negativity from a lot of people. But there was, and it was hard, you know, coming back to Melbourne from Los Angeles and Bali, you know, it was just like, what do I do now? Rah, rah, rah. And there was anxiety, massive anxiety. There was days that I was on my knees crying. There was days that I'd be emotionally and that. But guess what? Once I used the tools, once I snapped myself out of it, once I used my mindset, you know, obviously, you know, you talk about the advancements. You know, I'm an NLP master practitioner. I know how to pre-frame. I started going to the gym, eating good food, being around the right people, doing all that. Life has never been the same. It hasn't. There are challenges all the time, but it's how good we get. And this is what I want to say to you, what I want to finish this off with. Life will always be hard. You need to keep getting better and bigger. So there will be a problem, you grow, the problem, you grow, problem. Because the bigger, better, more successful you get, the bigger and the worse the problems are. But if you aren't growing, the problems are still coming at you and you will always outgrow the problems. That's what's going to keep you safe. That's what's going to keep you sexy. And that's what's going to keep you successful. There you go, Matty. That's a new triple S to success, mate. And yes, triple S to some sex if you want that as well. That keeps you happy and keeps endorphins flowing as well. And that is that's a ceremony of love. That's a ceremony of self-appreciation. And it's a ceremony of exercise as well. So people, if you want to know more about what we do, then get in contact with us. People that have already been around it, and you all know who you are, that have been with me from the start, that have come to the retreats, that are doing personal coaching, that are on there. We all can do better, and you all know you can do better, you know, and they know that. I always kick their ass. I kick my own ass. You know, me and Jabal, my beautiful partner, we kick each other's ass. She goes, I'm obsessed with growth. And I love that. And that is a massive change for you, Eleni, compared to when we first met, and that's absolutely fantastic. So what I say to you people, you don't want any grey areas, yeah? For you Melbourne people, get your ass over to the workshop. You can get a taste for this, that you'll see it. We'll be doing it about, I don't know how many times, 5-6 times throughout the 2 days. Then you'll know how to do it. And this stuff will save your life. And more importantly, you'll be able to teach other people these tools. If you know someone that's suicidal, you might have a partner that might be suicidal, you might have a child. This stuff is fucking priceless. Don't worry about how you look or how big your muscles are or what car you drive and the rest of that. That isn't going to keep you safe. That's called a Band-Aid. Yeah? And remember, the antidepressants, and this is just a roundabout recommendation that, you know, and this person wanted me to say this, that they got off antidepressants after 6 years. Yeah? And this person's very close to me. And after you know, hearing this from this person, it's after 6 years. I got off them as well. They said to me I had manic depression. I've helped hundreds of people, thousands of people get off antidepressants, save their lives. So if you can become and teach this, we can save lives together. We can improve each other's lives. And this is the push-ups, getting fucking Movember, what it is, shaving your head. That's not going to change lives. You need to reprogram a person's life. They need to be in the right environment. They need to have people looking over them. They need to have the right energy. They need to be held accountable. They need to be reporting what they're doing. And that creates a safe environment. It keeps a momental environment. And more importantly, you are focusing on the identity that you need to be every day. That's going to keep you safe. Yes, you're going to go off track, but when you've got the people that are looking after you, that have been there, that go through it themselves, and we all stay together and we keep the gears turning, that's how we're going to save lives, people. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing this with you tonight. Okay, as I said, we're bringing Bali to the shores of Melbourne. While I'm pointing over there, because the Blackman Hotel's on there. I live on St Kilda Road. So you Melburnians that need to get your mind set in check, that might be having these weak thoughts, and they are weak thoughts, that you want to commit suicide, or you don't think that you're functioning at your best ability, then get your backsides over. And we're almost completely sold out, if you still can, at on this weekend, where we're going to be doing the social identity experience. We're going to be doing the routines, the success priming, guided meditation, release work. We're going to be doing it all. If you want to take it to the next level, we will see you in Bali for 6 days of amazing transformational energy, amazing transformational routines at our retreat, which is the 7th to the 12th. And more importantly, people, if you can't get there and wherever you're at, send me an inbox. I want to make sure that you're safe now. I want to make sure that you're safe today, and start applying this now. And tomorrow, get up, do whatever you've taken from this, start applying, because there is no such thing as low resources or no resources. There is everything, and everyone's mind is unresourceful. So what that means is there is information everywhere. It's how you apply it is going to set you down, or set you above from everyone else. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the love hearts. Thank you for your time. And remember, you are not alone. We will get through it together. Yep, let's do it. Awesome stuff. There was a lot of stuff to go over. What would be even fantastic, people, for the people that see this and for the people that are going to watch this, I would love you all to write your biggest takeaways in the comment box, because people might see this without even watching it, and your comment might gain their attention, and they will see it, or sometimes what they've missed, you've seen it, and they see that as well, and you're giving them a gift, guys. We aren't talking about a pair of shoes. We aren't talking about filling up your bank account or sales funnels and all that shit. We're talking about your lives, and we're talking about saving the lives of people in need. And unfortunately, this is a much needed understanding and serving. Okay, take care, guys. As you all know, I'm Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength, and I've just opened up your heart and aligned your mind with the truth. Take care. See you all this weekend.